Home values across the Triangle region of North Carolina have skyrocketed over the past 5 years, with some communities seeing their median single-family home prices nearly doubling. So, what parts of the Triangle saw the biggest explosions in price? And where grew the least? Let's check it out. But before we do, my name is Matt Martin, and I'm a Raleigh-based realtor. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina, and if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. Now, like with all my data-driven videos, I'm gonna start with a quick methodology explanation. For this video, I define the Triangle as about a 30-minute radius from the Research Triangle Park, so it's quite an expansive area. Then I only looked at non-new construction, i.e. resale, single-family homes. So no new construction, no condos, and no townhomes. And why'd I do that? Well, on the new construction versus resale front, some parts of the Triangle have exploded in the last 5 years with new construction homes that have completely skewed their pricing averages. And many times, these new construction homes are larger and much higher end than the typical home found in that community. So to really understand how each community has performed, I wanted to look at how already existing homes have sold over the last 5 years. Then on the single family home side, I excluded townhomes and condos since many parts of the Triangle just don't have enough of them to make it an apples to apples comparison. Now, of course, if you're interested in new construction sales or condos or townhomes, I'm always happy to share those numbers with you as well. Overall, the Triangle saw its median single-family resale home prices increase 69% from the end of 2019 until the end of January 2025, from about $290,000 to $490,000. But these top 7 cities or communities blew that average out of the water. And if you're curious which parts of town had the lowest percentage of growth, you'll just have to wait until the end of the video. But I will warn you, even the slow growing cities still increased quite a lot. At number 7, we have Apex, which grew 79% from $363,000 to $649,000. Located just southwest of Cary, it's very conveniently located and has seen tremendous growth in the last few years, with new subdivisions juxtaposed against the super quaint historic downtown along Salem Street. Apex is bordered by I-540 to its west, and it has easy access to Highways 1 and 64, making it a short drive to RTP and RDU in just 20 minutes, downtown Raleigh in 20 to 25 minutes, and downtown Durham in 25 to 30 minutes. Much of Apex's growth can be attributed to rising prices in nearby Cary and Morrisville, which has started to drive homebuyers outwards. At number 6, we have Holly Springs, which grew 80% from $334,000 to $600,000. Holly Springs is located about 25 minutes southwest of downtown Raleigh, just outside the I-540 Outer Belt Line, and it's bordered by Apex to its north. And similar to Apex, Holly Springs' growth has been driven by a southward migration of residents as prices in the more established communities have exploded. It's also benefited by the expansion of the I-540 Outer Belt Line, which just opened a massive new stretch in late 2024 and will eventually create a second loop around Raleigh. Because of the added convenience and accessibility that this freeway expansion has brought, nearby communities have seen explosive growth. Not only has Holly Springs built up its downtown quite a bit in recent years to bring new restaurants and amenities to its residents, but it's also positioned itself as a global biomanufacturing hub, with mega life sciences companies like Fujifilm, CSL Seqirus, and Amgen all investing heavily there. I made a whole video about the pros and cons of Holly Springs that I'll link in the description below. At number 5, we have Pittsboro, which grew 81% from $350,000 to $650,000. Pittsboro is the westernmost community on the list, located just west of Jordan Lake, about 35 minutes from RTP and RDU, and 40 minutes from downtown Durham and downtown Raleigh. It's known for its historic downtown, large lots, and more woodsy, rural feel. Now, you've likely heard me talk about Pittsboro in other videos because of the mega master plan community of Chatham Park that's being built there, or because of the new Disney community, Asteria, that's coming in 2027. Now, as I mentioned at the top of this video, I'm not factoring any new construction into these numbers, so Chatham Park's home sales aren't included here, but where there's development, resale home prices will inevitably be affected. And with all the attention that's been placed on Pittsboro in the last few years, it's no surprise that resale home prices have skyrocketed as people flock there to be part of the growth. Then at number 4, we have Wendell, which grew 81% from $220,000 to just shy of $400,000. Wendell is the easternmost community on the list, about 20 minutes east of downtown Raleigh. It's seen massive growth in the last 5 years with the development of Wendell Falls, which is a one-stop shop community that'll eventually feature 3,000 to 4,000 homes, multiple restaurants, miles of trails, its own medical facilities, shopping, and more. Again, I'm not factoring any of those new homes into these numbers, but the development of Wendell Falls, much like Chatham Park in Pittsboro, has attracted a ton of attention to Wendell, so even the resale homes have seen explosive growth. At number 3, we have Hillsborough, which grew 82% from $283,000 to $514,000. Hillsborough is located just northwest of Durham by about 20 minutes, and while many may argue it's not part of the triangle, it falls within that 30-mile radius that I defined earlier. Now, drive times to RTP and downtown Raleigh are going to be closer to 30 to 45 minutes respectively, and it's known as a haven for musicians, writers, and artists. The growth of Hillsborough has really been attributable to the migration outward as the traditional boundaries of the triangle have expanded. So for those who work in RTP, you can still have a reasonable commute while getting more bang for your buck on the housing front. At number 2, we have Cary, which grew a whopping 88% from $389,000 to, wait for it, $730,000. Cary is incredibly conveniently located, just 20 to 25 minutes southeast of downtown Durham, 15 to 20 minutes west of downtown Raleigh, and 15 minutes south of RTP and RDU Airport. Pair that with great public schools, great access to the outdoors, and one of the best downtowns in the region, and it's no surprise that Cary homes are in high demand. And Cary prices to match. Pun fully intended. You can check out my videos on the most expensive neighborhoods in Cary and the pros and cons of Cary in the links below if you want to learn more. And finally, at number 1, we have a little part of town that many Triangle residents may not even know about, and that's Willow Springs. I say that because you'll hear it pronounced both with and without that final S, and different people have different explanations for why, but that's for another conversation. Willow Springs has grown a crazy amount in the last 5 years, and prices have pretty darn near doubled from $215,000 to $428,000. Willow Springs is an unincorporated community, so you'll have lower taxes here since town services are not provided. So things like water will be handled by community utility companies, sewage by individual septic systems, trash by private companies, and policing by the county sheriff. The area has seen quite a bit of growth recently and was actually just included on my list of communities that saw the highest percentage of home sales growth in 2024. So it's no surprise that prices have climbed in line with that increase in demand. It will have a more rural feel than others on the list, but with that, you'll get more quiet, typically more land, and you still have easy access to downtown Raleigh, which is only about a 30-minute drive away. So those are the 7 Triangle communities that saw the most explosive rise in home prices over the last 5 years. Now, what about the areas that saw the least amount of price growth? So I actually find this list to be a lot more interesting because to me, these towns may represent the best opportunities for investment and future growth. Now, I also want to stress here that these communities I'm about to list have much higher median prices when you factor in new construction, as many of them are undergoing construction booms right now. At number 3, we had Knightdale, which still grew a full 58%, from $228,000 to $360,000. Then at number 2, we had Zebulon, which is one of the most affordable communities on the list, even after its 55% growth in the last 5 years, from $221,000 to $342,000. And finally, the number 1 city with the lowest single-family resale home price growth in the last 5 years was Roseville, which only grew 53%, from $331,000 to $505,000. As I warned you at the top of the video, even the slow-growing cities still had massive growth in the last 5 years. So, are you ready to jump into the Triangle market and take advantage of our explosive growth? If you're ready to kick off your home hunt here in the Triangle region, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.